Kia ora te whānau. No more hoku mai ki the Warriors Fan TV. Monday night Korero. And what a game to unpack. Friday night, round 23, Indigenous round. Well, I didn't really pay attention to a lot of the other results. But before we do roll into it, I just got to do a quick shout out, quick mihi to Kia Korero. Your jerseys look fucking mean.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. They are mean jerseys, bro.
Yeah, their choice. I love it. Love that whole. They just look good. And when the boys rolled out in them, behind the haka and stuff.
Slick.
Yeah.
My brother and his missus showed up on Saturday, and he was standing at the door and he had a top on. I was like, oh, man. And then my daughter just pulled a bag from behind her back.
No.
Yeah, and I was like a kid. I was like, oh, yeah, man. So awesome. It was just so thoughtful. So cool, man. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Heritage one that's going down in history. But first year, the haka. Bro, what a way to start. And to do it low-key, like no media knew, like it was just, I'm assuming it was just both the clubs, obviously. Penrith come in and, okay, you've got to come out, you've got to line up here. And yeah, man, what a way to start.
Oh, heck yeah. And like this, just the build-up to it was just beautiful. And like, you know, Aaron's right at the head of that spear. You know, the boys are breaking into it like the whole. And I only really got the details from listening to the commentary. But so, name of the haka, Ngā Tamatoa, obviously the Warriors. Composed by Joe Pihema, Ngāti Whātua. Two things I got out of the haka. I 100% fucking love it. And two, I'm going to learn it.
Yeah, too much.
I'm going to park up and get into it because it's just like, oh, hey. And I think our wahine need their own haka too.
Yes, I agree.
Just chuck that in there.
They're awesome too.
And just to chuck out there, like the women's game, our wahine was seeing Harata Butler doing the karanga, leading the girls out. That was that was staunch, bro. That was tūturu, bro. It was cool to see her doing that. And then she went in and just ripped them to the Newcastle team. Oh, well, yeah.
Like so I'm standing there watching, and I see Penrith all lined up with their arms over each other, and I see the boys, I see the guys with the taiaha with them, you know what I mean? And I was like, no way they're going to do a haka, like, no way. Next minute, I was just, I was in awe, man. And I don't know about you guys, but to me, I think that haka set the foundation for the way that they played, for for what they rolled out on the field. I mean, like if any of you have ever had the privilege of doing a haka, you just know, like you can feel it. The mana, what's the word? It's like adrenaline, I suppose. You know, adrenaline. But then I seen Lima Supuanga after the game asked Jakey Laban. He was like, main haka, main game. And Jakey Laban goes, I didn't want to do the haka and then lose. I think that might have been a korero before they had in the sheds that, bro, if we do this, we've been gifted this taonga by Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei, they've gifted us a haka here, so we're going to do it justice and we're going to do them proud and we're going to win. And yeah, man, that's my belief anyway. I think they won that because of the haka.
Sorry, Demi.
Are you good?
Oh, no, I was going to say, bro, so for those that are watching, Nick posted on YouTube. He actually done a breakdown, and he's going to translate it to haka. So if you haven't seen it, jump on the Warriors Fan TV. It's a really, really cool korero from Nick. And it just kind of, I guess it's hakas for dummies, if you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. But the way Nick explained it, it's a good watch. It's worth watching. And about bloody time. That's the other thing I was going to say. The Warriors. No doubt that idea of a haka has been floating around for a long time, but it's been a long time coming. And Dub's comment. The ihi and the wehi. Hi, bro. The ihi, the wehi, the wana, the mauri, the mana motu hake. It was just like, the boys were on. And pretty much, and it was good to see even the Aussie boys at the back were kind of just, just there. I'd love to see, as they, as long as if they're going to be hanging around, it's like, bro, fellas might as well learn it, because it's going to become a part of the culture kind of thing.
Just Jacko's comment here. The haka was great, but game is one on the field. Yes, Jacko, it is. But I believe that the game was already won before that whistle even blew. And I don't know, man. If you go back to the clip and you look at Penrith faces, they already look defeated. And that's my opinion. That haka, I think, just threw them a bit and was like, damn, because look at the way they started in comparison to the way we started. Totally different Penrith team. And I think we caught them off guard. But that's what I say about that. The game was won on the field, but it was won before that whistle blew on Friday night anyway. Exactly. No haka, no win.
Yeah, it set the tone. It set the tone really, really nicely. Kia ora tai.
Kia ora tai.
Kia ora tai.
Kia ora, everyone. Kia ora, kia ora.
Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you guys as well. I'm a bit jealous with those jerseys, just saying, but hey.
Yeah, I reckon, bro.
Oh, Jacko, you always love to spoil the party, don't you, brother? So we have a haka before every game we win. Okay, no, not before every game, know-it-all. But maybe we could do it in Indigenous round, because it is Indigenous round in Aotearoa, in case you didn't know. But anyway,
and I guess just to add to that, the haka, so the Warriors haka reminded me of when the All Blacks unveiled Kapo Pango. 2005, Carisbrook playing the Springboks, brand new haka for the All Blacks, never done it before. Traditional enemy, and it was kind of like, that was the similarities for me. Were kind of like, Mount Smart, it's our home. Penrith have had the water on us for fucking ages. We hadn't beaten them at Mount Smart since 2018, so it's been a bit of a run. But to finally get it on them, and it's such like, but we can roll into the game, but like that first 20, even in potentially the entire first half, it was unbelievably sharp game from the boys. Our sets of six were fast, and the boys were running with real purpose. 2 words for me: focused. The boys looked focused and relaxed. They were just on.
What about these little stints that Fisher's having now? He's going off for like 10 minutes. He has like a 5-10 minute breather in the first half, then comes back on. I actually think he went off earlier because he went off around the 20-minute mark, and I put that down to whatever daru was happening out on the wing over there between whoever was over there. So I thought we thought, right, bro, we're going to bring you off just for, want you to all calm down a bit, But I just thought beginning to end, man, far out was just cracker of a game.
It was a dominant performance.
Heck yeah.
It was good to see some of that energy and some of that, how we were playing last week, helped some of the ball playing from last week. We transferred that over, but tenfold. We stuck with the same game plan, start fast, keep that ball alive, throw it around. Leka Halasima, man. Like everyone's talking about Lukey Metz, he had a fantastic game. Thank God, he's still here and he's still a part of the team. But Leka, brother, that guy out on the edge was just a godsend. And we've missed that. We've missed that energy out on the edge. Like we've got Loffy there, cool, he's fast. But Leka just brings a whole different kind of something else. he brings, he doesn't just bring speed. Man, the guy, I think it was 9 tackle busts, a try assist, an aerial threat. So, and heaps of those he won. So, yeah, for me, man, I was just like, bro, those centres must have freaked out. Old Brian Tootle's edge. They'll be like, far out, this guy's hard.
Oh, it was definitely
stop,
a breakout.
Man.
It was definitely a breakout performance for Licker as a centre. Because Uncle Head kind of tried him there, and he didn't really kind of do anything. It was more like he was covering. But I think Friday night was that type of game where he just broke the chains loose and just fucking rained hell on them. And it was just awesome to see the young fella just go hard. Before I forget to say this too, just wanted to thank Cameron Serraldo and the doggies for 2 weeks, their doggies game, because that really felt like that was a kick up the ass. They got us out there to smoke the Titans and then to smoke the number 1 team, Because prior to the doggies game, we were a bit wishy-washy, but these last 2 games, and there's only 4 more rounds, it really feels like we're going to build nicely into the playoffs.
It's like we've been saving our energy since the Bulldogs game, like you just said. Like, I think we've wrapped up this energy in a bottle, put it in the fridge, and been like, right, we're going to save that. We're going to save that until the Penrith game, and then because I've never seen them play. I've never seen them start a half like that, let alone play consistently for 60 minutes like that. 7, they didn't. This is Penrith Panthers we're talking about. They didn't score their first try until 12 minutes into the last to the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, we definitely held them out, but again, that's the caliber of because as soon as they scored, and I didn't really get to see it till the reviews, the pressure they mounted their pressure, in Cleary scores, the fullback scores, and then they scored their last try there, and just thank fuck that Liam Martin was offside, because they were in for all money,
I'm not lying. I almost picked my bags and walked out the door when that third try got. So I'm like, I'm going. My son was fucking. He almost fainted on the floor. But when they checked it, absolutely. So. Yeah, but still, I there was that big 10 minutes, right, where we really flatlined. But fuck, I'm like, man, the boys must have been buggered, right? Like all the attacking they were doing and the defending, but those guys were just running non-stop. Heaps of creativity around the ball. What didn't? Oh, sorry.
No, all good.
I was gonna.
Ty, what was your feedback, bro? What's your analysis?
I hated it. It was a dumb game.
You too, Damien.
Absolutely amazing from the boys, and going to a game when you're versing Penrith or a team that's doing really well, you're always nervous to think if we're going to do well. And I didn't expect the haka, obviously. I think many of us didn't expect to see that, but I think since you guys probably really talked about it, that set the tone, and they just came out with a hiss and a roar, and it was really good. I think one thing I wanted to say was I've been seeing a lot around the Luke Metcalf narrative. Now, I want to say I wasn't one of those ones that thought he was shit. Before he had something in him.
Same here.
But, what went down was obviously, a little bit, it felt like, was he team first? And, we could never know. Only those that are in management have an idea of what's happening. But, he showed as soon as he got his chance, and that's what we were hoping, maybe 10 weeks ago, just wait for your chance, and you take it with 2 hands, and he did it. So good on him. But to your point, Tans, seeing what Lecker did out there in the centre, you can still see a little bit of greenness when he comes on defense, but he's just been slaughtered there, so can't say much on that, But I'm feeling good. Honestly, I'm like, is it our year? Honestly, I'm watching some of these other teams and games, and I know we don't like to say it and call it too early, but I'm like, man, it's hard not to once you see a performance like that. So that's how I'm feeling.
Not me on my phone today, Googling grand final packages. being a broke ass nigger, I'm like, how much is it to fly and ACOM?
Mhm.
She's like, shut up, you can't afford to go, but hey, you know, like the thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Manifestation time.
Yeah,
Manifestation.
I'm putting it out into the universe. But
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, regards to Lukey,
I will add
in
this.
regards to Lukey Metz, like it's funny because I saw some identical plays that he did last year before he went down. Like there's that short ball to Kirk Hatewell, puts him through the hole, and then he supports through, gets the ball back and try. You know, those nice little kicks to Dell over in the corner. Dell caught it, fucking main offload out the back to Chandy, and he scored. So it was like he went back in there. Like, yeah, granted, he hasn't played. He's played 2 games of first grade this year. Got injured again, but I don't think it was that hard for him to slot back in, considering how far the team's come. You know, like just how dominant our forwards are, our outside backs. You know, like, and it was just a matter of reconnecting, right? Like, oh, yep. Remember when we did this and this and that? Yep, we're going to do that again. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Like, we were just going to go back in time, grab some of those good things from there, and then we're just going to roll through with that. So, yeah, I thought he had a mean game. Fantastic game. But I think in regards to just him being there, just for you.
Yeah, I think in regards to Luke Metcalf, the first try, the post-try celebration, and Sean Johnson brought it up at the post-match. They were having a good yak, and it was like he had a chip on his shoulder or whatever. But Metcalf owned it, you know, and it's like, yeah, it was that he'd been thinking about the opportunity. If the opportunity was to come, he'd already been thinking about how he was going to approach it. So he was a late call-in. I think he got the captain's run to kind of warm up and get into it, and then the game to kick off. Well, what I found interesting was like, so when Metcalf scored that second try, his post-try reaction was kind of like, it was interesting.
What, that one? We're on Jesus.
No, sorry, the second one. The first one, it was kind of like, yeah, no, that's fair enough. But the second one, like the boys got around him, and it was almost like he might have been just like standing there by himself. And I just thought, that's an interesting reaction, bro. You've just sealed this game for us, and you're, I don't know, kind of reading into it, it was just like, the boys are wrapped. You know, we had the game in the bag, but he didn't look like he was Metcalf didn't look like he was celebrating with the boys. He just kind of, it was like he had a point to prove that he'd made it with that second try. I don't know. I was just kind of seeing it live and then watching it on the review. I just thought that was a really interesting reaction, because usually he does little hand signals or shit like that, but but it was just like he's kind of spaced out.
He had to have a game like that, because I was like, man, Dragons fans, they're going to be watching. Sure enough, I go on Instagram and there's that mad fucking St. George fan. What's his name? I'm sure he's Lebanese fella, and he's like that crazy ass. Anyway, you guys know. And he was just like, man, I am so thankful that guy's coming to our club. Like, so he needed that game, I suppose, for himself. You know, just to prove to himself that, yeah, man, I'm me. Yeah. I'm me. I got this.
Oh, he's,
you know, and
he's always had it in him.
So I'm glad he had a great game.
Yeah. The only thing in regards to Luke Metcalf is injuries, like any of the boys. If he gets injured next week or rolling into the playoffs, then Uncle's going to have to revert back to Mighty, which isn't a bad cover, but like, Metcalf is a big game player. You know what he brought Friday night, he's going to bring for the next 4 rounds, and rolling into playoffs. You can guarantee that's how he's going to play. So you know exactly where he's at. The downside is kind of like, yeah, kid's gone. I'm kind of glad he's got over his bullshit. He's kind of reined it in and just wants to focus on winning. He wants a premiership as much as the rest of the boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
So, K, another one, CNK. He had another amazing game. Tane's injury 1 to 2 weeks. What's due, brothers?
I'm happy to lean into that one first. I think you keep CNK there.
Yep.
I think if you're looking at Webby's strategy. We've always known him to not be someone that quickly changes anyone out. So I think, you know, he will stay with him, but I just think what CNK's brought over the last couple of weeks, he deserves to stay. I just want to come back to the Luke Metcalf, my interpretation of the celebrations. So I think if we go to that second one, I think he was embracing the moment. Like, I think he was waiting for that moment to say, yeah, I know how good I am. I know I can perform. It felt like that. Just felt like I'm taking in the moment right now. And the first one was Jude Bellingham. So a footy fan, for anyone that watches soccer, or I should say football, that was in regards to that. So Jude Bellingham from England does that as a celebration.
Oh, okay. Sure. Nice. Bro, I was going to say too, Jared Sutton. Fuck, man.
Bro.
He was yours.
Fuck, I wanted to go, okay, now I don't promote
Where do we
violence.
want to start?
I don't promote violence, but God damn it, somebody that was just so bad. So bad.
Yeah, it was about a 2 out of 10. He was shocking. And it wasn't just the forward pass or the calls that he wasn't making or the delayed reactions to some of the shit that was happening to our boys. It was just like, bro, this guy's off.
It was two offences. One, he threw it fucking back forwards, and two, he would throw it forwards to a guy that was in offside position. I'm like, brother, come on now. That was horrendous. And all the 6 agains. I was like, bro, are you trying to get them back in the game because you wanted to be a nail biter?
I thought I was watching NFL for a second there. I was like, oh, Tom Brady's playing for the Panthers. What's going on here?
Oh, holy look, it's Reece Walsh.
How about the massively delayed call on Lickers getting upended?
Yeah, bro.
Way too late.
Yeah. Bro, I timed that shit. It took 25 seconds. And I was just like, what the fuck? And he had to be, it was the bunker that pulled him up. And I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing out there,
Absolutely.
bro? Yeah, that was frustrating, bro. Kind of like he just Sutton, and I don't like hating on refs, but like, yeah, he was definitely a 2 out of 10. 1.5, moving more towards 1. It was just a shock.
There was a few forward passes in there too. There was I'm sure, unless it was me, unless I wasn't sitting right at the TV, but I think there was a couple by Penrith, small ones. Unless I'm biased but I had my glasses on. But yeah, I mean, anyway, it was fuck. I've watched that game probably 3.5 times because there's just so much to love about it, man. Like, I mean, we keep them. I don't know how. I mean, there was one set there. They only made 20 meters in the second half. 20 meters, man, to Penrith.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then there's ones that are like 35. We keep them in their heart, and that's a big part of, you know, like, that's what you want to do, right? Is not give them any territory. Don't let them past the 50. You keep them down there, and I think we've done that so well, man. You know, fast line speed. I mean, you look at one. I think there was 6 boys that tackled Brian Tortle and pushed him all the way back to the line. Like, it's just effort upon effort, and just wanting it for one another. Like, we're gonna win. Like, we ain't here no more fuck around and find out. We're here to win, and it's over. It's over for Penrith tonight, right now.
I was going to say too, like that set of 6 you mentioned, Tons, the Panthers' very first set of 6, they made like 13 meters, and it was just like, fucking hell, the boys are our rushing defense. The boys were after them, bro. We were gang tackling them. We were like it's hard to explain, but like we were slowing them down, but we were getting off the tackle player just as quick, and it was just like, mate. The boys were just in the zone. You know, they were so dialed in, and it was just like it was just good to see. If we can maintain that momentum, especially over the next 4 rounds, there's no reason why we should be able to maintain at least third, if not push our way back into either second or possibly even first.
I mean, well, if Sharks lost to the Dragons, guys, I'm sorry, I know this is a Warriors show, but I mean, let's just, and Roosters have got Panthers this week on Thursday, so that's going to be a good game, and I hope Roosters lose and then we beat the Broncos. But anyway, it's a fucking tight top 4, man. But I don't know. Like, I think we won that game because we played Penrith at their own game, because that's how Penrith plays, right? Just ruthless. And you know, I was watching Chad Townsend and Beak Kempe talking about the Warriors are too nice. Remember we had this conversation a couple of years ago, Ty? You actually mentioned it too. I was like, why are our boys so nice? We're like the most respectful team in the comp. It's like, you know, you just want to go up and give them a hug. I'm like, fuck, we need to start being ruthless and mean and start bullying teams. And that's exactly what, and they echoed that. They were like, yeah, man, the Warriors really need to start doing that, because for years they've just been these polite players on the other side of the field.
Yep.
And you've seen that with Mitch, who was it, Barney and Lindsay Smith, I think, in the scrum. Like, Barney's just like, no, bro, you're down there. I'm not, you're down there. You know, a bit of that alpha male going on.
Yeah. That's well, I think this relates to one of the posts that went around, right? There was saying Inglis put up a post around which game was more satisfying, the one in the weekend or the one against the Storm. And we had our own conversation in the chat around what we thought. But I think for me, the first time we ever saw this kind of ruthless bash attitude was against the Storm. Was actually seeing them beat a team for almost 80 minutes. And obviously we didn't do it for 80 in the weekend. It was obviously a bit aside, but to see it do it for at least 60 minutes was, you know, it was so good to see. And I feel like that switch has been definitely turned on this year. And you know, you got to give it up to the management. They're building, you know, a culture that feels like, you know, when we go out there, we'll batter them. Obviously, we're seeing some games. I look at the Bulldogs game and the Dolphins game where we might have not applied that same kind of mentality. I felt like we went around on those games, but every time when we show up in the middle and then kind of lead on that platform, I know it's like basic footy, but sometimes, you know, you can get lost in the awe of when you're out there. But yeah, they showed it on the weekend, just bashed them from the front, and then everything else just started playing out. So I like that.
You think, because we've had some
like Fish and sorry, Dance. Fish and Barney went after them. Like Barney, Fish giving Liam Martin shit after he dropped the ball, kind of thing, you know. And it's just like the pair of them were just into the Panthers forwards, just kind of having digs at them. Fish having a dig at Jenkins when he dropped the ball and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, that's the one, bro. They got him to their heads first, and then they'd already won their mental space. And you know, you can see the Panthers were trying to turn that ship around, but it just wasn't. Like, even the mistakes they were making, they were uncharacteristic mistakes for the Panthers. So it might be this game. Sorry, the game from Friday night might be their game that we played against the Doggies. You know, might be a bit of a wake-up call for them. They, you know, they might go away and think, yeah, fuck, we need to pull our socks up if we want to be there come the playoffs kind of thing.
It's like we've done a review of, and we've taken bits like the Melbourne game, like we were just bullies. The Canberra game, which I thought we were awesome at, you know, like, and just even the last week's game. Is it like we finally put a picture up on the wall where we said like this, you know, like last night's game, the Titans game, you know, that game, this is what we want. This is how we want to look out on the field.
You would have to think so. Like, I only say that because when you hear some of the post-game reactions from the players, you can hear them say, like, we didn't come here to play like that, especially in those games that we've gotten beaten up, like I think about the Dogs. So I think they do have a real clear picture of what they want to play. And I think it's, for me, it's kind of starts with the attitude. And I think when you do a haka before the game, you're revving to go. So just kind of carry that into it. Again, I know people have talked about those comments, and I don't want to bring down our excitement for the game, but they did have 3 players out that are, you know, key starters. You know, Casey McLean, Dylan Edwards, and then obviously Mitch Kenny as well. But I think still, you bring that attitude, you give yourself a chance. So even if they come back, you still have a great chance. But that is quite a lot of strike player there.
We had a 4th straight half.
And then they lose. Isaiah Yeo. You know, it's just like, bro.
He was first, but he's got dropped down to 4th. So we had a 4th. No Demi. We had no Dimitrik. You know, so. yeah, I mean, you know.
No Jacko.
That yeah, no Jacko.
But do you
That
think?
Isaiah Yo injury.
Yeah, but Isaiah Yo injury, I think he got that when he hit Jacob Laban high. Did anyone think about that and give him a penalty for it? I would have penalised his ass and sent him down to the tunnel to the doctor.
Yeah, he's because I heard it this afternoon. His injury might not be as bad as what they think, and so he could potentially be back come the playoffs. So it's like, well, whatever happens. I've always been a firm believer. We want to be up against the best. If he's good enough to play come playoffs, then good luck to him.
Well, apparently they like playing through pain.
We're going to be hunting them.
Ivan Cleary said in his book, he was like, if the boys are sore and if they've got an injury but they want to play, I let them play. They see it as a badge of honour, he reckons. Well, fucking go on then, and you'll probably lose them for the finals, brother.
Yeah.
It's definitely playing after he's had just 2 weeks after he's had surgery on his hand. See how that goes for you.
Yeah. This end of the year, it is a roll of the dice, and plenty of players have played through pain, through cortisol, through the shots to make it to the big dance, and then because if you make it, if you're one of the two teams that are there, you're going to do whatever you can to be in that last game.
You've got to be careful too. It's the World Cup at the end of this year, so like players like Yowie, even players like Casey McLean with his fractured hand, bro, please don't play. Just sit in the bathroom, wait till the grand final's done and dusted, and then get prepared for the World Cup. Because next minute, we're going to have to go hoko shopping for our players.
I like your thinking there, Tans. I wish all Kiwi players would just think about us and not worry about it. At the same time, I think a championship matters a lot, so you'll see these guys come back if they can.
Yeah, and to be fair, this is and even in 2008 when we won the World Cup, no one was backing us. But the difference between then and now is like we've got a super strong, solid, staunch team. We're really strong in all our positions. And so, it's kind of like, because traditionally the Aussies wouldn't worry about it because they knew they were going to win them. They've won so many World Cups, it's not funny. So it didn't really mean much to them. But for the Kiwis to be in the position that they're in, it's taken a while. But for the World Cup, if we can roll into that, I think a lot of players, it's their mentality of right here, right now. Let's just focus on this. And players will play through pain. Yeah. It's just a given.
Of course they would like Ali Katoa, but that didn't work out well for him in the end. But anyway.
Probably the NRL's injured at this stage, and they're just not even revealing it, to be honest. Like everyone's going to be carrying some news right now.
Oh, yeah, bro. Absolutely. Yeah.
They need to sort this out, the NRL. Like, sorry, not just injuries, but fuck. Anyway, I hope they have a meeting at the end of the year. I don't know, go away to a fancy country, Dubai maybe, lovely hotel, sit down and fucking sort this shit out, man, with these rules and they want to change the kickoffs again. And, oh, mate, just does my head in. Far out.
Well,
happens every year,
yeah. And I had to break it to you, Tines, or anyone that thinks NRL will think about injuries more than anything. They're thinking about profit here. So the game's a lot faster. We're getting a lot more injuries. They might pull out something around player safety, but it's around spectacle. So,
and we've got a new signing announcement, Ty.
That's right. We got Mr. McIntyre from the Cowboys. So how are we feeling about that trade? How are we feeling about that pickup? I'm actually as a player, I actually think he brings a lot.
Yeah, I do.
But I do think with all our forwards, we've got abundant, we've got a lot of forwards, especially young ones coming through. So again, I know we got Barney going on. We know we got Marata going on. There are some spaces up for grabs, but I do know too we've got a lot of second rows coming through Cup, and we just let Fatialofa go. So yeah, there's a little bit of a question of what happens there. But hey, trust the management. They've gotten us to this period. They're building a culture here. Maybe it's just to ensure that there's still competition as people are coming through. I don't know, but
so is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's gonna be,
and Uncle's good at spotting talent, bro. Uncle can spot talent a mile off.
So can Cappy.
That's interesting. So fishing. I just wonder where he starts or where, like on the bench with Tanner. Then with, I reckon Leka is going to be our centre. I can guarantee you after those 2 games, he is no longer a second rower. That guy is a centre through and through. I had concerns about Leka when he did play at centre because they never gave him enough ball in order for him to make any kind of impact on the game. Like, it was just, they just gave it to him at the wrong time. Now you give it to him who's got, he's got space on the outside of him and speed, and in those fast games where the ruck's really fast, where momentum's real quick, he loves those games, right? And they got him plenty of ball in the right spaces, and he just carved it up. So, and when he said in the presser, he'll be our centre next week, without a doubt. That's why Leka was dropped, because Laban was too good to start, and he wasn't leaving Laban out. And then it was like, well, I need to give Leka some game time, and the only place to give him that game time was Adam Pompey. So, Adam, you're out, so the bro can get some Ks into his legs and far out.
And I think, to be fair, because we've been weak at centre for a long time, and we haven't had. Okay, admittedly, it's still kind of a trial period for Leka. If Leka can do what he done Friday night for the next month, then yeah, okay, we can lock him in. I think. Build him into it. But again, Uncle knows what he knows and knows what he wants. And if he can form Leka into that strike centre that we desperately need, because we need a strike centre, then
he's it, bro. I reckon. Sorry, I'm always like build-ups. He's done it once, he's done it twice, he can do it forever.
That's all.
But
yeah.
Like after watching Grant Anderson last couple of weekends, I'm just like, brother, maybe he's still carrying, maybe his YY's still sore. But Rocco's going to the Storm. He's already set their medical with him, so I'm assuming there'll be signing news soon. But I just think he suits the position and his aerial threat. He was an aerial threat when he was in the second row. Like how many? We still go back to the try he scored when we played the Sharkies. So, and he's good for that also, because Adam, I think, was a bit apprehensive to go up sometimes. Not, probably a bit worried he might knock it on, but at least Leka gets up there and gives it a good crack.
Yeah.
So,
and I think, I still think it's trial period. I think it's his to lose, though. I do think that he'll keep that spot as long as he continues to not have to be like that X factor every game, but at least hold it down while at that centre. But it did make me reflect. Like, we've been quite blessed as Warriors to have like young Tongan centres that are strong and fast. Previous was like the Solomon Cutters, the Conrad Harrells. We go all the way back to Clinton Torpy, both Tongan and Māori. So we've always been blessed to have these centres that are strong.
That's really interesting.
Another thing I wonder about Leka is maybe he's more suited to being a left centre as opposed to a right centre.
Why?
Well, most recently last 2 weeks, he's been left centre. Prior to that, he was a right centre.
Oh.
Okay. So, and there is quite a bit of a difference.
I think of that Tigers game when he was playing on the right-hand side and he got that long distance try.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't even remember that. So, man. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you're bang on. Maybe he is a right side. Right.
Left centre.
You reckon he's a left centre?
He has been the last 2 weeks, and he's played out of his skins. Whereas previously, when he's been playing centre, he's been mostly right. I don't remember him playing left prior to that. And it's been a bit of a mixed bag. Like, there's been some absolutely unreal moments, and then there's been some moments where you're just like, what the fuck? Is he even meant to be playing centre? So, yeah, maybe he is more suited for a left centre.
Maybe that is the difference.
I mean, just going back to Solomon Nikata, for some reason took them a while to figure out that he can only pass one way. So they swap him around, and suddenly he's a lot better. So, again, there's a lot of difference between left and right.
Yeah, totally. And that's like the typical player, right to left is usually your stronger passing side. So, that makes a big difference.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
And like just to add to like so yeah, he got caught out in that the second Panthers try. You know, he missed his mark and they scored off him. But, you know, I can live with that. The young fella's been busting his ass all night. You know, it was probably the most glaring mistake to let in the try. But besides that, he was terrorizing them. He was in Monty was he had a hard night, bro. Had a hard night marking up. Yeah, trying to keep up with Liquor. So yeah, and I mean, just seeing the comments about just the defense, it's like, yep, it'll come with time.
Centre is probably the hardest position to defend. It's going to take quite some time to figure out defensively that position.
Yeah.
And the hardest goddamn players, you know, To'o and was it To'o and Alamuti? Sure, please, yeah, they. You know the way To'o, and when they drove To'o back, I was like, mate, and they done it twice. And I don't see many teams doing that, man, to Brian To'o. Anything?
See To'o's off to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah, they're going to be stacked, right?
A stacked side.
yeah.
I'll be gutted if next minute Nathan Cleary signs, Liam Martin signs, Isaiah Yeo, and they all go to. But it'll just be like Penrith 2.0. I think it'd be quite boring, to be honest. If they got all the Penrith boys, I'd be like, "This is fucking dumb. Why just make it? Why?" Like I think it would be.
I'm sure Papua New Guinea would love it.
Yeah, but they would. Of course, they have all the full-time premiership team living in their town. But you want to be a bit different, don't you? Like, I don't know. I just find it a bit bleh.
Well, and if I'm correct, because he was signing number 6, I remember seeing, and I might be wrong, I might be seeing that I saw a post where it had different players on stairs, and they had like a signing 7 as the biggest one. I was like, oh, so if To'o wasn't it, who's next? Is this the Nathan Cleary? Who's the 7?
Said no.
Makes you wonder. Jerome why wasn't it?
Apparently Munster went there and he seen Zach Lomax on the plane, and he said, "Oh, you know, fuck it, I'm not going." And he said to them, "If Craig Bellamy signs on for another 1 to 2 years, and I'm staying, and if he doesn't, then I'll go." But he's staying, so Munster's told them that.
True. Well, you know, obviously we've seen someone of Kiwi heritage go over there, so it might be Joey Manu is signing 7.
Yeah.
I remember seeing somebody say wait for signing 7. I'm like, oh wow. So who's this already with all the guys you've already got? One thing I do want to, again, with Warriors fan TV, we're talking about other teams, but did you guys see the reveal of the Perth Bears jersey?
Yep.
Oh.
No, bro.
It just looks like kind of their colours, but it looks like Canterbury rugby, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just black and red stripes. It's supposed to be in recognition of their very first jersey, the North Sydney Bears.
Yeah.
So, just picture horizontal black and red lines, and that's pretty much it.
Wow. Okay. So they've stolen their name, and now they've stolen their team colours and jersey. Far out. Okay.
It's got cash converters on the front as well.
Yep.
No way.
Yes,
that is one of the main sponsors, as it was back in the day as well, when the Western Reds were around.
Yeah. Wow.
But to be fair, Perth Bears, I've really just taken on the North Sydney heritage, you know.
Yep.
They've just made it their own. So they are going to take on the logo, they're going to take on the jersey, they're going to take on the naming rights, they're going to take on everything.
Wow.
I just want to get into the comments. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Any specific play that stood out to you? A player, a tackle, like the main one by Fish on Scotty Sorensen, where I don't even know where he came from. He just showed up there and wrapped his arms around him.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, I was going to say too, so Fish's black eye, that was friendly fire. He flew into a tackle. They flew in to smash Moses. It was him, it was Fish, Barney, and Jacob Laban. and someone's hand hit him in the face, and then it was kind of like he came out rubbing his eye, and then I was like, oh shit, okay, it was harder than expected. Yeah, because I was thinking, fuck it, which one of those Panthers gave him a black eye? And it was Friendly Fire.
I was wondering that too.
Damn.
That Freddie Lussick, man, he's like he's a guy that you just want to frickin' wait for in the car park. Just a cheeky whore. I'm just like, bro, man, it's one of those kids that like your mum and your kid brings someone home. Your teenage boy brings one of his mates home from school, and you're just like, who are you? I don't like you.
He's the seagull. Hey,
yeah, and
Lussick, he's always throwing his arms around. It's like, come on,
bro. Dallin getting above him was such a, for me, I thought that was just a huge in your face to Nathan Cleary and to the Panthers and to Tom Jenkins, because I mean that guy has been king aerial try guy all year, right? And then when that kick went up from Lukey Metz and Dale got over Jenkins and got it in the back pass to see, I just thought that was so cool, man, because that guy's been dominant as with his scoring tries off kicks. Yeah, mate. No, not that time. Yeah, so I thought it was
just
awesome.
Sorry, just Kelly's question: Who would win a fight between Barney and Moses Leota? Looked like they were screwing up. Yeah, they were. Barney was needling, man. Barney was needling a few of those Panther.
I think it'd be a good scrap. But what worries me is that Fish jumps in to back up Moses Leota.
Sorry, Barney.
Country
before team.
Yeah, bro.
Either that, he'll just be like, you know what, go for it. I'm staying out of this one.
They do a run a street challenge instead.
Yeah.
I did want to say one thing, and it shows that I haven't been watching the kickoffs enough, but because obviously we've been seeing Aaron Clark kick, and for those that probably forget that he used to play half, so it's not kind of an out of this world thing. It's like, oh, he's got that skill and ability in him. But seeing Laban do the kickoffs, I was like, actually, I didn't even know he was doing the kickoffs this whole time. So, and I went actually down a comment thread, and people were talking that he used to being a kicker, especially coming through like schoolboys and all that. So I was like, so yeah, seeing him do the kickoffs was pretty cool.
The man of the hour. How many premierships have the Warriors won, and how many have the Panthers won? Well, I'm sure you've been around for a while, bro, so you'd know. You want me to answer it out loud?
The Braves trolling.
Because everyone here.
Yeah.
Welcome, Panther fan, to the Warriors TV.
Where's your Warriors merch, bro? Where's your Warriors merch?
There you go.
If you haven't got any evidence.
We'll put your comment up there, Russ.
If you've got any evidence, then
I think someone was snooping around watching some highlights of the game and then found his way to the podcast. And welcome, Panthers fan. Stay around if you want.
Bro, it's we're kind of lucky we don't get too many of those the trolls. They kind of, people say they may not have so many savory things to say. Hey man,
and we're not tech savvy, so we don't know how to block people around here. So, but hey.
Jacko's comments there, tons.
Ignore the troll. I can annoy you enough.
Thanks, Jacko. Shot, Jacko. I was going to say too, Friday night's game. I fucking hate the Kiwi commentary team. Can we please get rid of Monty?
I know.
They're Bevan DeWall and Willie Poaching. Love Monty. Love Willie Poaching. Don't know who the fuck Bevan DeWall is, but they are fucking dead as doorknobs.
Boring,
They just don't. They're boring. They're not colourful. They don't have stories.
Yeah.
They're rubbish. They actually remind me of Stephen McIver back in the day, and he was useless anyway. But at least he had a little bit of colour to him. These guys, can we get someone like Sam Hewitt into
that'll be cool.
into the commentary team, or even Honey?
Yeah.
Just
That's why I
peeps that know the game and know how to commentate.
So, like half time,
they
and
do heaps,
you switch over, and it's like Braith and Nesta. SJ was doing it for a while. Like I'm Cooper Cronk. I'm like, bro, I want to listen to those guys that actually can break down the game. Not. I find it really boring. That's when I go away and cook dinner.
Oh, and the good thing about some of these Aussie commentators, they add colour to the stories that they tell as well as commentating. The Kiwi commentators are just shit, and they constantly sound like they're talking up the opposition.
Sorry.
They always kind of sing their praises, and it's just like, bro, you used to ex-Warriors. Why?
Sorry.
It nags me.
Sorry, Drew, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Will's.
No.
He's coming. Hear me out. Blocker commentators for our games.
I'm laughing at too.
Hell no! I know you're trolling, but hell no. He's the worst.
He was singing our praises last week. He's become a #1 bandwagon fan.
Finally. Oh my gosh.
Since we lose, he'll be gone 100%.
It's
He
incredible.
loves the hate.
When you watch all the media, like we beat who have we beaten? We've lost to Sharks and Tigers and blah blah blah. We've beaten the Roosters, we've beaten the Storm, we've beaten Panthers, we've beaten Dolphins, some real red hot teams. And they saw that and go, do we still think the Warriors have a chance at, winning the grand final? My problem with them, just at the moment, is I think Webster has a very hard decision to make. Bro, shut the fuck up. They do that every week. Now he's got a huge call. Tumaiti could be back, not next week, but the following week. What's he going to do? Yeah. Is he going to stick with Luke Metcalf, or is he going to go back to Tumaiti Martin? Oh, no, you're just going to have to wait like the rest of us. But they crack me up every time. We could win, a broke-ass person could win lotto and they'll be like, oh, they're still going to be poor tomorrow. They just have no faith in us at all.
I think it's a bit of that sound, but also I think they're trying to get us and I guess in the marketing terms, they're trying to get us aroused in the sense of like stuff what you're saying, and then we all commenting on these posts. So I think they do it intentionally to get us angry. So then we're getting into their content. One thing I want to say around the commentators though, because I watch through Sky Go, is that they have a channel where they talk in Māori. So I actually watch the real version.
Yeah.
I actually find I don't talk the reo. I'm trying to learn it myself, but I can pick up some words. But I actually try and learn from watching the game and then trying to learn what they're trying to say at the same time. So there's the Māori version as well.
I actually watched one of the reo. Watched one of the reo, bro. Was it the I think we were playing. Was it a Pick Champs? I can't remember. But anyway, Tiao was the
commentator,
and Brian Kelly was playing. And anyway. Must have been the eel. I can't remember. But anyway, Brian Kelly was playing, and I could understand bits and pieces. But then he said something, and I knew what he said was because he was like, "Oh, look at this guy, Brian Kelly, with the one tooth missing," stuff like that, giving him shit. Obviously, people home, like if it popped up, they wouldn't know what he's talking about. But here he is giving him shit, and I cracked up. I was like, "What a cheeky fella."
Oh, he's funny anyway.
Yeah, he's cool. I like it when he does Warriors. Warriors.
Yeah, his content's pretty good. Just to answer Zach's thing, so in other words, we're sensitive fans. No, we just don't like bullshit. And like that Bevan DeWatt, he came on right at the start of the season, and he was open about it. He's not a leaguey. He's kind of new to it, but he's deeply honoured that he can be calling Warriors games, blah 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 blah. And so, okay, give the guy a chance. But it's just like, no, this guy's shit. I'd rather listen to Aussie commentators than listen to our ones. They just lean into the kind of the opposition are going to come back, or they're going to, the Warriors have to watch out. And it's like, bro, that is frustrating to listen to, bro. I'd rather listen to Blocker than the crew that they've got. And the shit thing is, we've got Kiwi commentators that are awesome. They're given the opportunity. Like I love Sam Hewitt. He calls the women's games and David Seymour.
Get him on.
Hey.
Get him on.
Oh yeah,
There's
okay.
some David Seymour and some Timothy Paul. You know, sorry, just joking.
Like Sam Hewitt calls the
Yeah.
women's games, and he's knowledgeable. He knows his stuff, and it's just like, bro, get this one across.
It'd be
Get him to
cool,
call
like
the
do
main game
even
as
do
well.
SJ with I always forget his name. The guy's on the couch with him with the what's his name?
Location.
Aish, yeah. SJ, Aish, freaking Honey, you know, and a couple of other guys. Even pity RCS has gone over to England because he'd be mean at it too.
You want people with personalities, you know?
Yeah.
Add a bit of colour, you know. Like the Aussie commentators, some of them are boring as, but some of them just have the little running commentaries and just the little jokes that they can add into it while the game's live. It's like, they're good, they're funny, whatever, but they add a little history to while they're talking as well. And I just like that. I'm conditioned to that sort of stuff. Anyway, that's my spiel. Kind of dragged it out. So Friday night's game was a fucking mean game, and it's setting us up nicely, rolling into this weekend. Let's talk Rabbitohs.
Broncos, bro.
Broncos this weekend.
Is it a Saturday game?
Yeah, Saturday night, 9:35.
Yeah. Another home game for them since Magic Round.
Yeah, exactly.
Weasels. Yeah.
I actually have to watch that game. I didn't even watch it. Did they end up?
No, they fell over.
Did they?
They're up 24-0 and fell over 40-32, I think it was.
Yeah. And Dolphins came back. It's like good
It was
on
a full-on collapse too. Like you can just tell. Like it seems like they obviously got talent, and obviously they won a championship last year. But it's just like it's kind of like once it starts collapsing, they just collapse with it. So I think mentally they're just not there. But they still got strike though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think if we just go out there with the same game plan, start fast, murder them, basically just go out there, be ruthless, man. No possession, starve them of everything, starve them of time, of territory, of possession, and Bob's your uncle.
And I think in regards to the way the Broncos are playing, this is pretty much a home game for us. The fans are going to be there. They're going to be pumped. The Broncos are they are struggling. But not trying to get ahead of myself, but it's kind of like actually Jacko's comment. Broncos a banana skin game. We need to front up, not have a drop off after this hard game. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But they because the weekend, the Dolphins game, they hearing that they were up 24-0, and then I caught the last 10 minutes. I thought, I'll just see where the score's at. But to see that the Finns had turned around, I was just like, wow. Broncos are definitely in a dark place.
Yeah. Like they've got strike. Like Ezra Mann was killing it in that first 10-15 minutes. So if we don't front up, it's the common sense thing. If we don't front up, we could be that same position, 24-0, trying to chase that. So ideally, we show up and kind of take them out of the game as early as possible. Yeah, that's the goal.
Just start Now I'm trying to team list tomorrow. Have a look through those. It'll be good going up against Grant Anderson though, because then he'll get to see what he's coming to play with. And he's gonna, and it'll also show him how good he's gonna have to be in order to crack it in our systems.
So that's 9:35 kickoff over there.
Over here, bro.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Okay.
Nice.
So, 7:30 over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, looking forward to that, my bro. So Suncorp Stadium. It's a good ground for us too.
Yeah.
Right.
So predictions, eh? Predictions. What are we thinking? I think we're going to put the foot down, to be honest.
Same.
I'm going 40-14.
Beautiful.
Woo! Straight off the cuff.
And the reason why I say that, again, anything could happen. Maybe feeling on got rose tinted glasses on and feeling on a bit of a high after last week. But I don't know. I just feel like there's been a few wins this year. Obviously, there's been a couple bad losses, but a few wins this year where I feel like we're starting to tip into actually we know how to click in a game and get started really well. So I don't think the game that's just gone was a fluke. I actually think we're going to push on. So yeah, I actually think
bro.
Come out strong, have that middle period where it's like, oh, what's going on? Fries Walsh doing what he does, and then I think we'll finish off strong. That's gonna might be the game.
Transfer those funds, baby. Transfer that energy all the way through. And one thing I wanted to say was, that game was really good. Yet we had that dipping period. But do you know what's really exciting? Is that's not even our ceiling. That's not even our ceiling, man. And we played a brilliant game of footy, but I think there's so much more to our game than that.
It still wasn't a complete performance. There's still room for improvement for sure.
Yeah, and I to think that after beating the Penrith in that kind of style, and to know that, man, we haven't even had our best game yet. So that's something to really be excited about.
Yep. As I said a few weeks ago, we just need to keep improving.
Yeah. I was gutted Penrith to get those 2 tries. I was bummed. I was like, but, it just fell apart in that 10 minutes. But all good. I mean, it was still a brilliant game, but we've got...
Oh, you knew they were going to come back, eh? They weren't going to just lie down. They may have laid down at different times throughout the season, but it's almost like, because historically, it's almost like they've had a mental edge over us for a long time. So for us to not just beat them, but to fucking smash them, that was well worth the wait.
Did you see the press conference with Ivan and Nathan Cleary? Some like media jerk, they just asked the dumb and I don't even think it was a question. I think it was just like they were just being cheeky. And they're like, so being back in New Zealand, it must be, what did they say? Something like, it must feel good to come back here. I mean, you were here for a long time. Nathan, you're the water boy here, so it must be, what's that word? It must, like bring back memories down out there. I was like, bro, what a fucking shit stirrer, and they just looked for a moment and were like, well, we lost, but I suppose it was nice to be back here, but not under those circumstances. I was like, what a cheeky ass fucking journalist he watched it. How was it to be back, amongst all the all the moments and memories? Far out.
Trying to test the waters, see if there's still love to come back.
Just Jazz's comment. Webby has pointed out how we didn't keep the ruthlessness up against teams when in front. So it'll be good. So it'll be so good when we unlock that a little more. Like Tance said, we haven't hit our ceiling yet.
Sure. Yeah. And obviously, again, I'm just going to say this, might be totally wrong, but one thing that you notice, especially when Panthers were coming back, is just the way that Cleary starts to, get all his soldiers in line and get everything going. Like, I think it's part of that is that game management part. Like, obviously, Luke McCarr finished the game off, so we won that. But I think it's part of it is that, like, how do you not only transfer that energy and attitude, but how do you start adjusting the strategy a little bit to not park the bus and protect the score, but actually come out, and actually put the foot on the pedal. I think that's where Warriors are still learning, but you got X factor there. I think it's just a time thing.
I think we left tries out there, to be honest. I think we could have scored a few more tries. We almost did the liquor one. They take the CHT one off us. So there was still tries out there for us to be had. But that's a great stepping stone, man. And I think the boys will, I can't wait for them to review it, to sit down and watch the mahi that they put into it and then pick out the bits that they need to work on. And we'll see how that plays out on Saturday against the Broncos. But I'll have the boys at, man, I'd love to put 50. Should I go big? 46-18.
Nice.
46-18.
Mm-hmm.
Nice score, nice score.
I'll be scared. Broncos.
And I think, like, I don't think it's going to be one of those where it blows out quick. I actually think Broncos are going to come this week, but I do think eventually we'll start stretching the score.
Sorry, just one getting these scores. There goes Greg with his odd numbers. Love it. My bro. Still waiting for Jose Jazz. Oh, me and you, Damien.
Yep, super. I've got my prediction. I feel like the Warriors are going to win 32 points to 18.
Oh, wow. Okay. True.
Not as much of a hiding as I'd like to see, but a win is a win.
Win is a win for sure.
Absolutely, bro. 44-10. Okay.
And I saw someone talk about it in our comments, but obviously, yeah, Liquor will be going against Stags, so this will be a good matchup.
Yeah, well, actually.
Hopefully Stags played like he did in Origin and be absolutely fucking useless.
I've got to say, it's one thing, so that guy loves playing at Suncorp, eh?
Yep.
Was he there when we played him this year?
I can't remember.
Yeah, can't remember, sir.
Oh, he might. Yeah. But anyway, they're probably in the sheds like, fuck, man, we're going to play the Warriors next week. Like, far out.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Jazz, bro, have you put your score up there? Or have I missed it?
He was out. He didn't play.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll roll from the top, eh? These are the scores we've got so far for this weekend. Ty's gone 40-14. Tans 46-18. Damien 32-18. I've actually gone 52-20. We're going to crack a century on these clowns. Tahi 28-12. Jacko 38-22. Zach, I love Zach scores. Zach 88-6. Nick's gone 44-12. Kelly 42-10. Greg 44-15. Love those odd numbers, bro. JD 44-10 and Hartley 28-14. Oh, Jez 36-20. Nice, my bro. 36-20.
Okay, my bros, I've got to love and leave you now, and I'll see you next week. Sorry, I've got to go.
Yeah, you have a good week, Tons.
Yeah, you too. Later. Bye, everyone in the comments.
All right.
Later,
Walt.
Later.
Jose, I was just waiting for Jose too. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much full time for us for tonight. So the Broncos Saturday night, 9:35. Whoa, hanging out for this one. I hope we do a number on them, bro.
Absolutely.
I hope we do a Panthers on them and just go out there and destroy them.
Yep, I'd love to see Reece Walsh have a big cry at the end of the game that after we absolutely destroy them.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, mate. I think we should hopefully do a number on them. And I do want to say though, Pahs, Willison, Reece Walsh, you're my fantasy team, so you guys can score as much points as you want in terms of fantasy, but not in terms of the scoreline.
Nice,
Sounds
bro.
good. Sounds good.
Nice. Yeah, that's us for tonight. So, big thanks heaps to the comments crew. Thanks you fellas for jumping on. Always good banter. Oh, AR Dub. Sorry, my bro. AR Dub. 30-22. Yeah, always good coordinator on a Monday night. Yeah, hope you fellas have a good rest of the week. And like always, up the fucking Waahs, go the fucking Warriors.
Go the fucking Warriors.
Short team, that's us.
Awesome.